Hi, everyone. Welcome to Record Club. We are back. Jenny is here.
Hello.
And we are ready to talk about Primal Scream. But before we do, I was just going to say I have lived in this seat, in this spot for the whole week. It's been wild. Doing a week of podcasts has been a lot. It's a lot.
Probably a lot for them, too.
Yeah, you're probably sick of me. Good Lord.
I can't imagine watching you guys every day.
Every day for like 4 hours a day?
Wow.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
No, I don't know. I know.
Maybe you,
Thanks, babe.
but not the rest of them.
They wish. Anyways,
I'd watch Meg. Is she on?
Meg was on once I left to get Sawyer, so she filled my seat for a little bit.
Oh, that was probably nice.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, welcome back, Jenny. This is a special episode.
It is?
Yes. And do you know why it's a special episode?
No.
Because this is our new band. Primal Scream is going to be the band that represents us and our love. Okay, maybe not. It's special because this is the first time we've had an episode where we both got an artist that we had never heard before, and then we both maybe didn't love it.
Yeah, it's like we both didn't know of Big Star, but
Yeah.
I love them.
We love them, but like besides that, everything else you've already known. At least like kinda. I mean, like I guess like Bad Bunny. Did you know Bad Bunny that well?
No. I only knew who he was.
Right.
I didn't know his music.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, but this is the first time we got an album that we're like, we try to be around the house and not say what we think of the album, but
We do.
I know you well enough. You know me well enough. You probably got an idea of the vibe.
This is just my pained expression when I had to turn it on again. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
putting it back on.
Or like how like, you know, someone would take a shower and like we put music on where it's like, well, usually listen to the album we're listening to, but it's like, oh, let's just listen to something else. Let's just listen to something else. So anyways, we did listen to Primal Scream, Screamadelica. I listened to it
So many times.
so many times, and I think I listened to it more than like maybe I listened to the Beatles, because last week I should say, not overall, but just because I was like, maybe I'll find the thing here that's gonna get me, and I couldn't find it for me.
You know, I think part of my problem was that I was listening to it. I had to fly to a wedding
Yes,
without you.
yes,
Left you at home.
I wasn't invited. That's okay.
There was only 12 people at the wedding. It was
Yeah, once I
very
found that
small.
out, I was like, well, then I don't want to be invited
It's like,
because that'd be
I
uncomfortable
didn't get
for me.
a +1 because it was such a small wedding.
Respect
but
that.
I tried to listen to this at the airport, and I
Ooh.
am very afraid of flying. I hate to fly.
Yes.
So then I was like, well, maybe I was just like in a bad headspace to start this.
Yeah.
But then I never got out of that headspace. So I think that perhaps it was the album and not that
Yeah.
I started at the
And
airport.
I will attest, you do hate the airport.
I do, big time.
She hates flying. I don't like flying, but I don't hate it. I just really don't enjoy it.
I think the worst part of flying is after we land and then we're
Yeah.
stuck on the plane and I can't get out because
I
I'm
know.
also charmingly claustrophobic. So then I start to really panic and
Yeah.
wish for death.
Yes. There was that one flight in Kansas City where I looked over at you. I'm like, oh no, she's not stoked.
Didn't go great. I cried.
Yeah.
That was an embarrassing one.
It was fine. You know, I wasn't going to say that, but you know, it's fine.
Full panic.
It was a full panic. I was like holding her hand, like, we got this. But it was
It was because they opened. We were at the very back of the plane, and they opened that back door behind
and it was
us.
so
and
humid.
It was so hot and humid, and all the heat came in, and then I felt like I was suffocating, and we were never going to get out.
Yeah.
Luckily, our kids were there to see me be a
Well, I
fucking
think
jackass.
it's good for your kids to see that you're human and you can
They've already known.
have
Turns out I've done things wrong before
have
that.
anxiety or get scared, or kids can see that. Anyways, speaking of, there's no segue here.
I was wondering where that was headed.
No, I don't know. But anyways, so Primal Scream, let's talk about them. But again,
Their name is misleading.
it is. And if you are a fan of Primal Scream, I mean
Turn this
you
off?
nothing but peace and love and no disrespect. But I will say, we're about to shit on this band. So
I am sorry because I did not love this and I do have criticisms, but I don't judge you for liking it.
No, I'm all, you know,
But I will wonder if you're high a lot because I think that would have helped.
I can't even imagine this is like if I were to do drugs, I wouldn't think of this album to put on. I would think of something else, like a Pink Floyd or something else. But I don't know if this would be like
Are you just trying to fall asleep when you're high? Pink Floyd bores the shit out of me too. So I know that's an unpopular opinion.
I love Pink Floyd, but
yeah, I know you do.
yeah,
I do not. I don't care.
yeah. But you're into Led Zeppelin, and to me, I love Led Zeppelin, but their songs are all way too long, in my opinion. Not all of them, but some of them are too long.
Some of them are too long.
Yeah,
like Celine Dion.
Dude, we listened to Celine Dion on the way over here.
The first time we've ever not listened to the album on the way to record.
That is the first time. That says a lot. But you were serenading me with Celine Dion, and I was enjoying it.
And I'm not a good singer.
Yes, you are. Don't say that. I think you're a great singer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time, well, I don't know if it's embarrassing, but the first time I heard you like sing, we were driving, maybe, I forget we were driving. Me and you, we were just friends at the time. But you, well, maybe we were dating. But you were singing to Emma. And we were driving, she wasn't there, and she was missing you. And so you were singing a song to her. And it was a Disney song. Maybe it was Part of Your World. Yep. Yeah. And you were singing to Emma, and it was like you weren't trying to like sing; you were just singing to her. But I was like, "Oh, she has a good voice."
I was probably humiliated that I had to be singing.
After it was over, you said you were humiliated, but I was like, "That was really good, actually.
Nightmare.
You were great." Yeah. Anyways, didn't know where we were driving, but I do remember you singing.
Softball or some shit.
Maybe I thought it was like a 4th of July car ride, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's talk about this album. I should have closed the door because right now they're doing the PPS, and I hear Brian making some sounds. But
I can close it.
Okay. Well, I'll give some facts about the album while you're closing the door. Sorry about that. All right. Well, Primal Scream is a Scottish rock band formed in Glasgow in the early 1980s. Now, this album came out in 1991, so this is their 3rd album, but it sounds, as I've been told, drastically different than the first 2 albums. They said that was more like of a rock sound. I'm like, well, I should probably listen to those then.
Who told you that?
Well, the internet, but...
No. Indie rock, that's what I read.
Yeah, indie rock. We're like, well, that sounds much better to me than whatever this is, but...
It's hard to move this chair.
I don't know. Founders were, or are, Bobby Gillespie, who's the singer, and Jim Beadle? Beatty? It's Beatty. Now, Gillespie was a drummer as well for the band Jesus and the Mary Chain, which is a band I have heard of and never heard anything else about this. This the name.
I won't be checking that out.
I know the name, and that's about it, but I have heard of that. Anyways, yeah, so it was like indie, pop, post-punk, but anyways, they got into drugs. They got into drugs.
Well, not in the way I wish they had.
Yeah, well, I guess it was good for them because this album was a bigger hit than, the other ones.
Yeah, this was their first commercial success.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I guess...
I don't know why.
That's the thing. It's like, I guess this is good for them, and I'm
happy for them.
Oh, yeah. And I heard stories of,
Except for me.
Bobby Gillespie is like, we all need to get super high on LSD and make this album. And so we kept giving people pills in the studio to get them more high, to get the sound to be weirder. Okay. The album artwork is someone who was at the studio and was on LSD and then saw water on like the wall and thought that the ceiling.
There's a water spot on the ceiling.
Yeah. And then said it looked like this. And so he drew what he saw and it's this.
He wasn't just someone at the studio. He was the in-house artist for Creation Records.
The in-house artist,
which is like a cool job. Like your job is to create album covers.
Mm-hmm. I would love that job. Yeah. I want that job.
That is an awesome job.
Mm-hmm. But and this apparently, like they make guitars with this logo on it, and like it's like a thing.
His name is Paul Cannell. They also like had a postage stamp over in the UK. Like the Royal Mail chose 10 album covers to like do a set of classic albums for stamps in January of 2010, and this is one of the ones that was chosen.
It really is one of those things where like, have you ever been to a movie
No.
Oh, well, there's my story. When you go with a bunch of people and you leave the theater thinking that sucked and everyone else liked it, like, did I see the same fucking movie?
Happened to us once. We both didn't like a movie that
it was The Hangover.
Yes.
We saw The Hangover and we were like, okay. And then everyone was like raving.
They're like, that was the funniest movie I've ever seen. I'm like,
did we see the same fucking movie?
Like, it was fine. I don't care.
I saw the movie Hellboy. And I remember leaving that and everyone was like,
too scary.
Oh, well, I saw it and I was like, that movie sucked. It was terrible. And everyone was like, it was great. I'm like,
oh, you know what? I don't think any of you will care. Moulin Rouge, when that movie came out, I fucking hated that movie.
I didn't like the movie either.
Everyone was like, that is the best movie
and
of all
being
time.
a theater kid in high school,
Dork.
we all went to go see Rent. And I was like, I don't know.
Skip that one.
I don't get why this is the thing here. Like everyone was obsessed with Rent. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get this.
My friend Yuri was obsessed with Rent, and I made fun of him for that all the time. And he wanted to be a director, and I also made fun of that. Although I was in his short film in college, but
I wish I could
he
see
has
that.
like a couple of Emmys now. So
you see,
should have been nicer to
you.
You
got an Emmy.
We're still friends.
But
I would still make.
Does
fun
he
of
still have that short film? I would love to see you in the short film.
I think Shannon has a copy of it.
Oh, we gotta get this. We'll put it on the Patreon.
I had to wear these jeans that said Foxy across the butt. And
Oh
there was
my
like a part where
God.
it zoomed in on my butt, like
Are
at
you
a party, and I was like dancing.
Are you for real?
I was very, very cool in college.
Duh, I want to see this so bad.
I don't remember what it's called.
You gotta. Can you ask Shannon?
I'll ask her.
Thanks. I would love to see this.
Anyways, I bet it sucks.
No, well, I'm sure the movie itself is not the best, but I would love to see you in it. Is Shannon in it too?
She's the star.
Shannon's a star?
Yeah, Yuri was
Shannon,
in love
who
with her.
you don't know, but is Jenny's best friend Shannon. Oh, wow.
Since we were freshmen in high school. Well, I've talked about her on the podcast because it's what Shania Twain to me, so he's listening as we're driving around.
Interesting. Anyways, let's just get into the song. You know, I was talking to Jenny, and I was like, we don't need to go an hour on Primal Scream. No offense to people.
I still will, though, because I will talk for fucking ever. Wait, you don't want to give any facts about the album? Because I have them.
Okay, let's go ahead. Sorry.
It's their third studio album. It was number 8 on the UK album charts. They also recorded a dance track that was 10 minutes long called Screamadelica that they did not include. And I wrote, thank God.
Thank God.
Did not want another 10 minutes on this fucking album. I checked the stamps. This album got really amazing reviews. I don't know why or how, but
I don't get
maybe
it.
everybody else was high. Colin Larkin's all-time top 1,000 albums. This was number 135. It was also chosen as the best album of 1991 by Melody Makers and Selects.
Do you know what came out in 1991?
Yes, I do.
Because in 1991, I don't know the list yet.
I wrote several.
Is one of the best years of music ever. People say like that and like 1977 are like the years.
Elvis died in 1977. We shouldn't even be talking about this.
Are like that is like I know for sure one of them is I think it's Nevermind by Nirvana.
I thought you said you knew for sure.
Okay, no, okay, fine. Metallica, the Black Album. Mm-hmm. I do know that for sure.
I wrote that down, and also Nirvana, Nevermind. Those are the first 2 I wrote down.
Okay.
Don't look at my list.
I don't know. I can't see anything else.
Okay. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 by Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
I love.
Sure.
Dangerous, Michael Jackson.
Okay. Yep.
Cooley High Harmony by Boys to Men.
Wow.
You're not better than that. Into the Great Wide Open, Tom Petty. And Emotions by Mariah Carey.
Dang.
I could have written 70 more albums that were unbelievable from that year.
91 was like insane for music.
Also,
and this being the best one of them?
Select magazine, I guess, named it the number 1 album of the 1990s.
What?
In 2000, Q magazine named it number 18 on their list of 100 greatest British albums of all time. And then they put it on their top 100 albums of all time just out of anyone, and it was number 81. In 2003, Pitchfork made it number 77 on their top 100 albums of the 90s. 2006, Pitchfork had it at number 15 on the greatest British albums ever.
What?
All of the reviews I was reading were like, this is mind-blowing, amazing, life-changing, unbelievable, except for one.
Ooh, okay. Who's my soulmate?
Robert Kreisgau of The Village Voice.
Mm-hmm.
He assigned it the neither rating, which means that the album does not warrant repeated listening despite coherent craft and 1 or 2 highlights. I was like, yep, you're right.
Respect that.
Robert, we don't need to listen to this shit again.
Nope.
I never will.
did. I never will after this week.
I did it for my homework.
Yeah.
I won't do it
and that's the
ever
thing.
again.
This week was straight up homework. This week was a challenge. Not the research I did. I would this is how I was in school too, and it's not great. I would read my textbook and then be like, I don't know what I just fucking read.
We've all done that.
I can't do that. But yeah, it's like
you read the same paragraph 18 times.
Leaves me because I just don't care.
Toys and everything are in my goddamn way.
Rocco has all these toys.
Oh god, something fell off of this one.
Oh no.
What is that?
I don't know. He has all these toys.
I felt like this was putting me in a trance, not in a good way. I'd put it on and I would try to be listening, and then suddenly I'd be like, did I just zone out for 25 minutes? Where the fuck am I? Am I on drugs?
I would think the same thing. I've been gone for half an hour, but it's weirdly the same song. So how much time really did pass here? Because I've been zoning out, going different realms in my brain, but now it's the same fucking song.
Or is it a different song and you can't tell the fucking difference because who cares?
That's a good question.
Though I do have facts on every single one of these songs.
Which is what a dedicated person and co-host you are, because...
Also not easy to find. Last week for the Beatles, I had so much information, it was hard to decide what to even look at. And this was the opposite. Yeah. It's tough to get info on each song.
Yeah. Well, you ready? Ready to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, now this first one, to me, is George Michael. But I don't know which one came out first, actually. I should look that up, but here we go.
I don't know.
I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit on the speaker.
I can kind of hear George Michael. I wish it was. I wasn't. I was blind. Go back.
Okay. There you go. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I know not. Anyways.
My God. It's going to be one of those episodes.
Yup. All right. I will say.
Yes.
This song, when I first put it on, I was like, well, this is not what I expected from the band called Primal Scream. But I didn't hate it. This is all right.
Yeah, this one was fine. I was like, okay, it's going to be fun. All right, have I maybe heard this song before? I thought maybe I had heard it before.
No, we were driving home from the studio.
After the last.
Both going all right, okay.
Yeah, this could be something.
All right. And then it just...
Things took a turn.
This took a turn.
Maybe we like this one because it's one of the shortest songs on the album.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Bobby Gillespie, who's our lead vocalist here, said that this song is about not being beaten. It's about fighting back. Maybe it's about finding someone or something that you believe in to help you through this. Which I'm like, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was never released as a single, but it is considered their signature song.
Huh.
It was also used in a Bacardi ad in the UK, and it was in a video game. And I know you've heard of this one. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I have definitely heard of that.
Okay. It was also in a Cornflakes commercial.
Oh, interesting.
So it's been around, so maybe we have heard it.
I know that in the Grand Theft Auto, when you are driving around in the stolen car or whatever, you have radio stations. You can change it to have different songs. It's probably one of the songs on there.
Those are the only notes I had.
But I think driving around San Andreas with this song on, breaking the law, that'd be fun. You can see that.
Probably just drive off a cliff if I had to do this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's go to the next one, which is Slip Inside This House. Here we go. Here we go. Start turning on the speaker. This song is, 5.5 minutes.
Could have probably cut that down to 30 seconds.
Let's skip. Okay, skip. Okay.
Oh.
Don't know how that happened.
That's my second favorite.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Me too.
You just like that because you'll listen to it in the shower. All right. Fucking pervert. So on this album, all of the songs were written by Bobby Gillespie, Andrew Innes, and Robert Young, except for this one, Slip Inside This House, because it's a cover. This is actually somebody else's song that they heard and thought would love to do that song. So it's written by Rocky Erickson and Tommy Hall. They were part of 13th Floor Elevators, which is a band I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky was the guitarist and vocalist, and Tommy was an electric jug player.
What the fuck could that be?
I hadn't heard of that.
Yeah.
You know, I know there's like people that could like play the jug where they like blow into like a fucking
I've
jug, right?
Yeah,
like,
but that's like
I'm assuming like you're gonna play the spoons, you play the jug. Like
yeah.
I didn't know there was an electric version of that.
And someone else is playing that washboard with this.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I just needed you to know. The version that the 13th floor elevators did was 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Primal Scream cut this down to a nice and tidy 5:55. Seemed like 5 hours, but apparently it's shorter.
Cut it down, you say?
Yeah. So thank God they made it shorter.
Yeah.
Bobby was unable to perform the vocals, like he couldn't get it right. Too tricky, I guess.
Okay.
So then
Too high.
Robert, who is not Bobby, a different person,
Okay.
Robert Young, he sang on this one, and honestly, it sounds like it's killing him. Like his voice is like so ragged, and I was like, is he all right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Bobby couldn't get through it, so Robert had to step up to the plate, but maybe that was a sign from God or whoever they believe in that they shouldn't be doing this song. Everybody's voice was abandoning them. Even their voices didn't want to fucking do this song.
No, I want to do this song. God. Okay.
But if you like it, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, again, no disrespect. All right.
A little disrespect.
Jenny,
I'm kidding. No, you can like what you... I don't want to yuck your yum, even though I will continue to do it the entire podcast.
Just don't fight it. You got to feel it, which is the next song.
I mean, I kind of like this one.
I do too.
Because you're perf.
Because I was going to go into like why I like it, but I do.
You're looking at me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, this song is weird, but then I'm just going to tell the story. Forgive me.
Okay, go ahead.
But song was weird. Jenny was in the shower when this was on. And like, I'll join you. And I opened the curtain and you're like dancing to the song. I was like, all right, now I feel it. Now I get this song.
I mean, if there's music, I'm going to dance.
Yeah. And I was like, now we're talking. This rules.
Because this one, as I said to you in the shower, it sounds like a bunch of animals in a jungle like creating a song together. There's like some sort of like toucan being like boop, 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 boop. And then like a jungle cat comes in, starts like making little growly noises, and then like some sort of monkey pops up.
Now again, it's very long. It's 7 minutes about.
It's too long. They're all too long for me, but like if I liked it, then I'd be happy it was so long. It's just that I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy. But Denise Johnson sang vocals on this one, and I like her voice.
I do too.
It is pleasing to the ear. The song is not pleasing to the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. It is my second favorite song on the album, so I guess it's not bad.
Well, but that doesn't mean a lot in this case, you know.
Well, that's true. But the idea behind the song was to make an acid house, soul, experimental track and celebrate the culture of dancing and going to clubs.
Yeah.
So, like, I got it. I did feel like dancing when I heard it.
I saw it. Yeah.
And then Bobby called this song Andrew Weatherall's masterpiece and claimed it was the sound of rushing on ecstasy. And Andrew Weatherall was a DJ that worked with them on this album to do a bunch of songs, but I'll get into him more on another song.
Okay.
But there was an interview in 2016 where they were discussing this song, and the interview asked Bobby Gillespie if he felt pressure as an artist. And he said, no, not at all. I don't feel any artistic responsibility to try and make good music. I just write about what I'm feeling and what affects me.
Okay.
So I guess that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He does not feel a responsibility to make good music. But good for him. Yep. You know, he's doing what he feels.
And that's the thing.
He's going where the music takes him.
I respect anyone creating art in any sense. It's not always for me. That's all.
I respect almost all art.
Almost. All right. Do you want to get the next song? Higher Than the Sun.
I can't wait.
Okay. This is a single mix. Whatever that means.
It's to be released as a single.
Oh. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. All right, let's
just want to put me right to sleep.
Let's skip. Our daughter texting us. Okay. Okay. Whew.
This song is a love song to ecstasy. Bobby said that he achieved enlightenment through the drug, so he wanted to write this song to, I don't know, say thank you, ecstasy, like what you've done.
Shouts out, ecstasy.
In 2016, he told Q Magazine that they released this song as a statement, knowing it wouldn't be a hit. It's just a piece of art.
Okay.
And it samples Wah Wah Man, which is a song by the soul and jazz instrumental musical ensemble The Young Holt Unlimited Trio. Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's fine. It does nothing for me. But I've also never done ecstasy, so.
Yeah, I have not either, believe it or not. I have not done ecstasy.
We should have.
Again, I don't mind people making whatever they feel like making in their art, whatever. I
mind listening to it.
Cannot fathom how this is on so many top lists on the planet.
People like what they like.
How I just can't
People
figure it
like
out.
John Mayer.
Fair enough.
I would listen to this first.
Over John Mayer?
1,000%.
Yeah, maybe. Yep.
I would listen to Limp Bizkit on repeat.
Oh, Limp Bizkit.
For
Hell
days
yeah.
and days
I can find the fun in that.
Me too.
But I can't find I was looking for fun.
It's not good.
Couldn't find it.
Although I did I think want to be a Biscuit for a minute there in high school.
Did you really?
They were so cool.
Did you have the red hat? Did you want the red hat?
Probably. It was a dumbass hoe in high school.
Okay. The Inner Flight.
Ugh.
Yep. There's no lyrics available. Weird. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to skip ahead. Gonna skip ahead. Skipping. Gonna skip ahead. Okay, so that was a 5-minute song that I skipped through.
Thank you.
What'd you think?
Oh, I didn't like it.
Okay.
A blog said that the flute melody had a Beach Boys tone to it, and I agreed with that. And Bobby has said that Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys was an inspiration for him.
Okay.
This song ends with a sample of Brian Eno's The Great Pretender.
Yeah.
I was on a bunch of forums trying to find information for these songs because there's not a lot of stuff. But on one forum, someone whose name was Caterpillar said this is a perfect song for an acid trip.
Okay.
So she probably knows. I think she was right.
I mean, it sounds like it could be.
And also Travelful said, imagine tripping acid at the circus and listening to this.
Okay.
You came there just to say that.
I don't think if I were to do acid, a circus would be where I want to be for that.
I never want to be at a circus.
Me neither.
But I certainly wouldn't want to be tripping on acid at a circus.
That'd be terrible. And then throw the song in the mix? I'll pass. All right, let's listen to Come Together.
The Chris Farley mix.
The Chris Farley mix, not the Beatles song.
It's just called Farley mix.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I listened to this, I couldn't put it together.
Okay. Now, when this started, though, I was like, okay, this could be like in a Sister Act 2 movies, and like they're like cleaning the car.
How dare you? First of all, they clean the car in Sister Act 1.
Sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're like it's like a montage. They're not singing the song.
It might be Sister Act 2. I don't actually know.
They're not singing the song.
I love
they're
them
like
both.
Playing while they're doing some good stuff for the community.
You know what? Maybe it is Sister Act 2 because they're trying to raise money for that.
I thought.
Ooh. No, it's Sister Act 1.
It's one.
It's one.
Both great films.
I think that's true.
One superior though. One's the best.
Barely.
Anyways, this
Lauryn
song.
Hill is in 2.
That's true. This song is 8 minutes long?
And Jennifer Love Hewitt.
And it's 8 minutes of this. And now we get funky. It's just nothing though. Like I don't know.
Well, I have a problem with repetition.
Yes.
You know, I don't like it when people repeat things.
I do know that.
It's like if you ever need to get Emma's attention or you want her to stop something and you say her name like 3 times in a row,
yep.
I always have to say, just say it once. She can hear you.
Yes.
It bothers me so much.
Yep.
It felt like 25 minutes of saying come together over and over.
It
was.
was.
Okay. They will or they won't. Stop.
Yeah, but like the music behind it, was good.
Was there music? All I could hear was the same fucking phrase being said over and over.
See, I know, but like the doo-doo-doo.
I mean, I know there was music, but it was bothering me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I should have never listened to this at the airport. And my flight was delayed. So now I have to be a bitch. Because this is
nothing worse.
Associated with being a fucking nightmare. Then I had to go to the Grand Canyon.
That's cool, though.
The wedding was lovely, but people were being very careless near the edge.
Yeah, well, I'll have you know, when we went, my instinct was to be careless, but then I thought Jenny wouldn't like this.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because I always want to go to the edge and look over, but I didn't do it because I'm like, Jenny wouldn't like that. I'm not going to do it.
Do you know that 13% of the men who die at the Grand Canyon, and it's mostly men that die at the Grand Canyon because they are stupid and careless.
I know.
13% of them die trying to pee over the edge and then losing their footing.
I had no inkling to do that. Also, I'll say someone gave us a book of deaths at the Grand Canyon, and it lists every person who's died at the Grand Canyon and how they died. One of the people I was with
bought that while we were there.
Well, we have it upstairs.
She sent me a picture of the cover and was like, "It's actually good. I'll send it to you if you want." And I said, "No."
Yeah, no. I mean, I have it here, and there's also
kids die there.
I know, and there's also Yosemite one. I have that too.
Although kids die the least out of everyone at the Grand Canyon.
Yes, and also obviously women die way less than men.
Because we're not stupid.
Yeah, there are some things.
I never try to pee over the edge of anything.
Fair enough. All right. Anyways.
This song was the second single on the album. I can't believe there was even one. But it made it to number 26 on the UK singles chart. Sorry.
That's okay.
The single version is actually way different than the album version.
That's good.
But I don't know how because I refused to look it up and listen to it because I just didn't want to.
Yep.
Things did not go well when they went into the studio to record this.
Oh.
So this is Bobby telling a story, and he says, the drummer turned up with some fucking horse tranquilizer drug that Keith Moon overdosed on. We all took it and collapsed.
What the fuck?
So he probably shouldn't have done that on a day they were recording. So they obviously had to record that on a different day. So things went crazy.
That's wild.
But Bobby also said this is the first time they ever did a record where they got like a budget to work with. So they were really trying everything. That's how they ended up having gospel singers on this one because he just wanted to try something new, which actually I do like that in the song.
I will say that like
they sound good.
There is a lot of production here. It's well produced for what this weird ass album is. It's very well produced for that.
I agree. It's put together well. People play their instruments well. It's super creative, and I love that they love it, and I like that other people love it. I just don't love it. But I can tell that a lot of work and love and care went into it. Mm-hmm. And I wish I did like it more.
Me too.
I respect the process.
Yeah.
In 2013, a remix of this song was used for Barclays Premier League. So they were playing it all the time, which is cool. There's a shorter edit of this song, and it was on volume 2 of the Train Spotting soundtrack.
Oh.
Didn't you just watch that movie?
I did. Man, oh man, that movie was wild. Garrett loves that movie.
I would guess that Garrett loves it.
Have you seen it before?
I saw it a long time, like 20 years ago.
That movie's fucked
I remember being upset.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to watch it again.
No. But we watched Train Spotting 2 even after that because they made a sequel recently. Did you know that? Within the last 5 years, they made a sequel. Everyone's in it.
I'm not interested
Ewan McGregor's in it. Everyone.
Wow. Oh, Ewan McGregor, who was in the Moulin Rouge, the movie I did not like.
That's correct. But he can sing well in that movie. For the record.
Yeah, he's a great singer.
Yeah.
His teeth were disturbing in that movie.
No.
You know who else is in that movie?
Nicole Kidman?
Yes, but I was thinking of John Leguizamo, who's also in the movie Revenge with Kevin Costner.
Oh. I haven't heard of this Kevin Costner. I'll look him up in a second. Want to go to the next song?
Yeah.
Loaded.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time.
Okay. I will say, this sound clip fucking rules. I'm all about this. I love this. And I wish the song behind it was better because I heard that. I'm like, ooh, this could be, if this goes into a good song, this is going to like redeem this for me. And it didn't, but I really did like that first part.
And that's what we're going to do.
Well, wait, baby, let's go.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
No.
Peter Fonda.
Oh. And again, maybe if this is a 2-minute song, it would have been good, but it's 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. So And very repetitive.
Yeah.
But right here is okay. This is okay.
It is. It's nice.
I feel like you could make a good song that's 2.5 minutes with the pieces of this. But it's we're gonna cut ahead a
They
little
need
bit.
to learn how to edit.
I do like that guitar actually, but okay.
All right, this was the first single from the album, and the single version is 3 minutes shorter than the album version.
Ooh.
So,
One's getting closer.
and it got to number 16 on the UK singles chart. This song also got them an appearance on Top of the Pops.
Oh, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I found that out through the course of the show.
This song is actually a remix of one of their earlier songs. It's called I'm Losing More Than I'll Ever Have, and it's the first song that DJ Andrew Weatherall worked on with them. And then he did most of the songs on the album because this went so well when they were doing it. But they first heard of him, the DJ Andrew, because he gave their second album a really good review in this like fanzine thing. So then they hired him to remix their song, and they only paid him £500.
Whoa.
That doesn't seem like very much.
No, it sure doesn't.
The first version that he made sucked, and the band rejected it, and they were like, we don't like this.
Oh.
And then their guitarist, whose name is Andrew Innes, told DJ Andrew to take the song and just fucking destroy it. That's a quote.
Okay.
So he got rid of everything that was in the original except for 7 seconds,
Whoa.
and then they liked it. So in the beginning of the song is the audio sample from the movie The Wild Angels, which I think came out in 1966. I don't know. I didn't write that down. Rolling Stone ranked this number 56 on their 200 greatest dance songs of all time.
Really?
Which seems so high to me.
Sure does. Sure does.
In 2024, a Swedish radio station that I won't even pretend like I'm going to say
totally.
ranked it 170th on their list of the world's 300 best songs.
Okay.
300 best songs in the world.
Ever.
This one made it 170.
Okay.
Maybe we're just not getting something.
But that's what I'm saying. I listened to it so many times.
We're done.
I listened to this so many times, and I was like, let me get this. Let me get it. And I just did not.
We got.
I got damaged because that's the next song. Here we go. Okay, starts off nice.
Stays nice.
His voice is a little, a little whiny.
Sweet summer days when I was feeling so fine.
I like his voice.
Just you and me, girl, was a beautiful time.
Now,
Yeah.
I think it's funny though, because I was like, he sounds like kind of whiny, or like, what is wrong with his voice here? And then I read he was a band from Scotland. I'm like, oh, maybe it's an accent, and I'm just not like.
And I was like, I like his voice, so.
I think it was the accent that just like threw me off a little bit. That's all.
Okay. You're being really hard on them.
I'm sorry.
This one is my favorite song on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because it sounds like a song.
Yes. But again, 5.5 minutes.
Could have been shorter for sure.
Could have been shorter.
But it's like really emotional. It's pretty.
He got damaged. And I agree. Of all the songs, this is the most song-like on the album.
Well, I did read a review that said this song is a snooze. It's the worst song on the album. I was like,
what?
how? How is this the worst song on the album?
I think the best song, honestly, is "Moving On Up," and this would be my second favorite.
Was Moving On Up the first one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. This song was recorded in one take, which I thought was
Really?
pretty impressive.
I do like that.
They added the guitar solo later, but the song was at one take. But when they wrote it, Bobby Gillespie and Andrew Innes had both just gone through bad breakups with their long-term partners. So the song was about heartbreak.
Okay, I can feel that.
Yeah.
I hear the heartbreak.
Me too. I thought it was good. And the song was released as a single in Japan only. I don't know why.
I wonder who decides that.
I tried to find out more information and I couldn't, and I gave up.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you want to do "Coming Down"?
No, but we have to.
Okay. Okay, everyone buckle up.
You should.
This is 7.5 minutes.
Tough.
Want to skip ahead? I promise you, and I promise Jenny, this is the last time I'll ever hear this song in my life.
You're on the wrong song.
No, I'm not. Oh, wait.
You're supposed to be on I'm Coming Down.
Oops, sorry.
I was like, this isn't what I was imagining.
Sorry, everyone. I jumped the gun.
So that actually wasn't the last time you'll hear that song.
No!
Play it again.
No!
Another promise broken. Fucking liar.
I've been so high, I've never wanted to come down. He's just about being high the whole time. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got it. Yep.
This song is an ode to psychedelic drugs and the experiences of using them.
You don't say.
I also wrote, this song is a fucking bummer because there's a line that says, highs and pills won't heal my ills, but they make me feel better for a little while. That's sad.
That is sad.
And then it says, I can't face the dawn. I'm like, ooh, yikes,
Yikes.
dark. But I was super aggravated listening to this song.
Yeah?
And every time the sax would pop up, I would be like, ugh, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I like it when a saxophone shows up because I'm like, oh, let's fucking go. Like, it's about to pep me up. But now it's just like, no.
Yeah. You don't want a LSD sax.
The band never played this song live until the 20th anniversary shows in 2011 because it was such a downer and they wanted their shows to have more of like a positive celebratory feel. But like, Damaged isn't positive and they still played that one.
Yeah.
So maybe they just hated this song.
Maybe.
Because I did hate the song.
Hated it.
It's 6 minutes exactly, felt like 30.
God damn. All right. Well, let's make myself a liar and listen to Higher Than the Sun, although I swear I never heard it again. But this is the last time. I tell ya. It's just this, guys. It's this.
The beginning is just someone breathing.
Yeah, here.
What you sound like when you sleep.
No, is it for real?
No.
Oh, God. You scared me.
Yeah, I wrote an eternity of heavy breathing, yoga nightmares. Like, this is a remix, a longer version of the earlier Higher Than the Sun single version.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the other version.
Nope, which I didn't like.
Which I also did not like. I wrote that down.
Hey. Yeah, girl.
It's the heavy breathing.
It's a whole package.
I don't want to
for
listen
me.
to that. I also don't like yoga. And it just reminded me of being in a yoga class and having
The
to listen
breathing.
to people breathe loud.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing makes me more aggravated and not zen,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I don't do yoga because I'm terrible at it.
Fair enough.
And it just makes me mad.
All right, let's get to the last song.
This one's fine.
Shine Like the Stars. Or Shine Like Stars. Not like the...
Watch you sleep, you look so peaceful. You look so violent, I feel scared. Shine.
Okay, yep, got it.
You're being such a bitch about it, too.
I'm sorry.
Okay, this one feels kind of like a lullaby. I'm like, that's nice. Because I'm basically asleep at this point in the album anyway, so
Now-
thank you for just...
At my grandparents' cabin in Julian, which you've been to,
Yes.
but before it burnt down, they rebuilt it. You've been to like the part 2. The first one
Yes.
had this old ass organ in it that you had to plug in, and it sounded like this.
Cool.
And I loved playing that organ. So I will
I
say,
bet you were so annoying.
oh my God, yeah. But you can have the volume up or down, so it was like, but that organ was cool as
I know you had it so fucking loud.
fuck. And so I would play it when we go to that cabin in Julian, and hearing this, like, oh yeah, I remember that organ. So I did like that moment. I'm trying to be such a bitch about it. I'm working on it.
I don't know if I'm going to try.
Okay.
DJ Andrew Weatherall made a remix version that didn't make the album,
Hmm.
but was later released. I could not bring myself to listen
Nope.
to that. I couldn't
We're
do
good.
one more fucking thing here. The band said as soon as the song was recorded, they knew it was going to close the album, and the song kind of represents like the party being over after like all this debauchery and drugs and whatever. It's like now we're calming down, like it's over. And I did read a little article that Mark Lindoris wrote, and about this song, he said the album is sequenced to reflect a wild, lost weekend, taking the listener on a trip which included hope and expectation, love and euphoria, and melancholy at the inevitable come down. I thought was like a beautiful way to describe this album that I did not like, but
Yep.
I was like, good job, Mark Lindors. That was nice.
That was nice. All right, let's see what Rolling Stone had to say about this album.
Oh, yeah. I don't need to talk about how everybody died.
Oh, I'm sorry, he
That's
died?
fucked up. Well, no, not all of them. 3 of them have died, and it's not important. One of their sons is mad at the band, but
okay.
you can look that up.
You can look it up
if you care.
If you choose to.
Martin Duffy's son feels like they fucked him over.
Oh, no.
With like money and stuff, and that's why he was an alcoholic, and then he fell at home and died when he was 55 years old.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I wouldn't, though. It's a bummer.
Primal Scream was a run-of-the-mill UK alt-rock band who discovered rave culture, overdosed on acid house music, and retrofitted their sound with the fun, trippy, druggy disco rock diversions on Screamadelica. The single, Loaded, their first UK hit, combined house piano, folk melodies, and a danceable beat while moving on up. Their first US breakthrough drew from hippie folk strumming, gospel choruses, and Stonesy guitar and tambourine. Sure, some of Screamadelica feels like a meandering mood music, but that's proof that sometimes a journey is more fun than the destination.
That's usually not true.
That's not true. Jenny,
I hate flying.
What are you going to give this album?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Wow.
Because although I didn't like it, I thought it was well done, and there was some parts that were really nice. And I like when people just try shit. And like, it's not for me, but clearly it's for a lot of people. And I'm proud of them for just doing something weird and different and being like, yeah, this is what we're doing. You're going to hate it, and I don't care.
I do appreciate
that. Guy literally said, I don't feel responsibility to make good music. I do what I want to do, what I feel. And I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, sure.
Way to go,
respect
Bobby.
that.
Respect.
I'm going to give it a 1.5. But it was produced pretty good. But God, don't get this one. Do not understand it.
For me, a 3 is such a bad grade. Like, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to getting grades that the idea of like flunking someone is, I'll save that for John Mayer.
Okay, we're going to get Pearl Jam. All right.
Pearl Jam was one of the albums that came out in 1991 that I didn't write down.
Mm-hmm. I did know that, but I also didn't say it. So
I'm sure it's good.
Whatever.
If you like that sort of thing.
Okay, let's talk about the song Passionate Kisses.
Yikes. What a fucking week this has been.
What a fucking week. Okay, here we go. Lucinda Williams.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. So loud. Okay, I'm gonna. This sounds like a very 90s song to me.
Came out in 1989.
Yeah.
And it feels like it.
Feels like it. Like, I imagine like this could have been the start of like There's Something About Mary. Like, not talking about Mary. I'm imagining yeah. Like, imagining a movie starting going over the ocean, going to a beach into like a window. Was that Romeo and Michelle High School Reunion or so?
I have no idea.
I'm imagining the intro of a movie that this could have been in, but wasn't.
All right. Well, this was the 4th single from Lucinda Williams' album called Lucinda Williams, which I think was her 3rd album. I hate this song. You turned it on right after we finished filming the podcast last week because you're like, oh, let's see what this song is, because we both did not recognize it. And the second it started, I was like, oh, this song. I hate this song. And then you didn't know it till the chorus.
Yeah, then I knew it, yeah.
But you also weren't impressed. I don't know why I hate it. It's another one of those things where it's like the second I hear it, I'm like, fuck no. So probably some bad memory with this. But when I was reading the lyrics and everything, I'm like, I actually like what this song stands for. Because she's like, look, I want passion and security. I just want a little fucking comfort. Like, can I have like a bed and food and shit and get fucked well? Yeah, you can want these things.
Why not?
You can want to get railed and have like a safe place to sleep at night.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a feminist.
Yeah, respect.
This song got to number 57 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 67 on the country charts. It's number 100 on Rolling Stone's 200 Greatest Country Songs of All Time.
Is this a country song?
I guess she's a country artist, and so is Mary Chapin Carpenter or whatever, who covered it.
I never got a country vibe listening to this.
Did you get a country vibe when we listened to the other?
No.
Because that one doesn't sound country to me
This
either.
sounds like, I honestly thought, like, which one have I heard?
I didn't know which one I'd heard.
And I think, well, they sound so similar. Yeah, okay, good. Same thought.
The number 1 song on that list of 200 Greatest Country Songs of All Time is Jolene by Dolly Parton.
That was my guess. I'm glad it was that.
I didn't let you guess. I should have let you.
That's
All right.
okay.
This song was covered by Mary Chapin Carpenter in 1993, and she won the Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance, even though I didn't realize it was a country song.
Yeah.
But Lucinda Williams got a Grammy for that version because it was for Best Country Song, and she wrote it.
Oh,
so
well,
then
how
she
about
got one
that?
too.
Oh,
which
that's
was
nice.
interesting. Also, Lucinda has spina bifida, just like Hank Williams. And
Oh.
for some reason, that started a rumor that they were related.
Oh.
They're not at all.
But they both have Williams. Interesting.
Yes, and they both have spina bifida. So people were like, "Oh,
I could see how that conclusion was met.
She was inducted into Austin City Limits Hall of Fame in October of 21. And then in 2023, she released an autobiography called Don't Tell Anyone the Secrets I Told You, a memoir.
Ooh.
And she talks about her traumatic childhood and her relationships with her mother and father. They got divorced when she was 6, and her dad got full custody of her and her siblings.
That's rare.
I know, especially back then.
Huh.
And then her struggle to maintain a career in the music industry. It's already on my Kindle. It was in the library, on the library app. I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking read this. Don't know one thing about you, have not even heard of you until I had to look up this song,
Which you don't like,
which I do not like.
but I will read the book.
But I respect her. Like, there's nothing wrong with the song.
No.
The song is great. It's fine.
No, yeah.
But something about it I hate, and that's not her fault because it's a decent song.
Yeah, it's fine. It
It's
sounds
just-
like an alternative song to me, though.
It's part of some part of my history that makes me angry. I don't know what that is. And I never try to look too closely when that happens for me.
Yeah.
But I am proud of her, and she's still alive. So get it, Lucinda. You seem like a fucking go-getter. You make shit happen, and I am going to read your story and know everything about you in like a week's time.
There you go. Now I've forgotten to rank the songs the last like 4 weeks, so we don't have to rank this. I don't know if people really care about
I
the
don't
ranking
want
of
to
a
shit
song.
on Lucinda after
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean-
read about her struggles.
Yeah, it's fine.
She gets a 5. I love
But
her.
but we'll just say that like this song, I'm not putting the song on, personally.
No, I don't like this song.
All right.
I don't like
Jenny,
either version of this song.
Do you want to pick
That
the
sounded
next
fucked up.
album?
No, you should pick. I pick all the time,
Okay.
and I'm always here now.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, the last 2 times I've picked, I've gotten Bruce Springsteen.
Fingers crossed.
So there is a chance.
Wait, this is going to be my birthday week episode, so give me something
Oh yeah,
good.
your birthday. Well, your birthday is gonna. It's in a couple days.
Yes, well, I'll have to be listening to this on my birthday.
On your birthday. So I see what you're saying. Okay, so this is a birthday thing.
I'll be at Beckett's track meet on my birthday listening to whatever this
I'm
is.
not. Yeah, and I'll be at Lynn's Play, not with you at all. So
No, we will not be seeing each other that
happy
day.
birthday. We are on 384.
Oh my
What could it
God.
be? What could it be? All right.
Madonna.
This is your birthday present I'm getting you. Is this album?
Fleetwood Mac.
Because it's not going to be much more than that.
Otis Redding.
380.
Dolly Parton. Janet Jackson.
Close. We're close. The Kinks are the
Okay.
Village Green Preservation Society
I
by the
actually
Kinks.
love the Kinks.
Do you really?
You don't?
No, I didn't know that about. I have no problem with the Kinks. I just didn't know that you. I didn't know that about you.
There's so much to discover about each other.
I know.
Every time I think this marriage is getting stale and terrible, we have a moment like this, and I think it's actually there's still stuff.
Interesting that we just got pronounced Leonard Skinner on the same page. We're right there. And then the song.
I have truly no idea what this is.
Oh, I love that one. If I will play you a song on Tame Impala, and you'll know it. Okay,
We almost got Charles Mingus.
almost. Actually, that current album is really good. Okay, here we go. 384 for the song is
Whitney Houston.
Can you imagine? Cardi B.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
I do like it.
Cardi B, I like it, and the Kinks are the Village Green Preservation Society by the Kinks, 1969. So check those out.
I actually don't know what's on that album.
I have
so
no
I'm
idea
excited
what
to
this
see.
is.
Like,
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's doing. We'll figure it out. This was an hour, Jenny. You're right.
I know, I told you I'll talk for fucking ever.
Yeah, I love that about you. All right.
He never listens to me when talking. He doesn't.
That is absolutely not true. Jenny, I love you so much. I'll see you next week. Oh, I want to say thank you to
Turtleverse.
Kevin Hill and Turtleverse. Now, I will say, I don't know if Turtleverse wants this known publicly, but I'm going to say it anyways. Turtleverse had got a cameo for me because
Oh, he's so
Dan
nice.
was like, hey, I want Becca to get that shaved ice truck. So he
graduation
gave me a
present.
cameo. And then he said, I don't need a video. You don't need to do a video. Like, just whatever. Like I just,
So he basically just donated
I just
to
want
you?
to donate. Exactly. I did give him a video,
so
and
nice.
it was of the flat tire and Garrett,
Oh,
and I just let him know the situation I was in. He gave me a tip, and it was a very generous one. And
wow, thank you.
Dan, I can't thank you enough. The shaved ice truck is looking good, and it's because of you and everyone else on the Patreon. Thank you so much for being on my Patreon. We love you guys. And if you're not, watch us on YouTube a month from now. Join the Patreon if you want. It's a couple bucks. You get the MP3, and then maybe Jenny's short film that she was in when she was in high school. Who knows?
You'll never see it.
Probably not that, but maybe. All right. Love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.